Hi, how's everybody doing today? This is Sean Sweeney, and I made a video yesterday about the Ultra Pros, and I was just wanted to go back over it a little bit. See, when I make videos telling people about stuff like card sleeves or PSA or whatever, I don't just come out there and say, "Oh, this is happening to me" or whatever. I'm a very observant person. Like I said, it's a gift God gave me or whatever. I'm observant. And I called these people last year Ultra Pro and was telling them about penny sleeves. Like, I buy 2,000, 3,000, 10,000 penny sleeves, okay? Like, what I do, and it's not, and I noticed one thing. They're different than every bag that I purchase or whatever. I don't know if the company does that, but there's a hole there, and that's for pegs. When you're in stores, they're called pegs. They're pegboards. You can set up displays, sidekicks, end caps, whatever. You know what I mean? I did it at Walmart for years, and I set seasonal up. I worked a lot of different areas, so I know about merchandising. So that's the thing I was telling them. If they're doing that, the shop, when they're making them, that's why dust is getting in there. And like, oh, what's the big deal? All right, I'm gonna tell you the big deal. And I know people put some dislikes on the other video, and I get it. I understand. The truth is like what it is, and people don't like to hear it. But the fact of the matter is, people send cards out to get graded by PSA, and some of these are foil cards, optics, Bowmans, whatever. And you pull some awesome autograph out. Let's say you get a Mike Trout refractor autograph, and oh my God, you're like, holy crap, I'm going to put it in a penny sleeve right away. And you put it in there, and you do everything perfect, and you send it out. And it comes back to 8.5, okay, when you did everything right. Now, these are people that we're friends with on here that aren't like trying to drop everything out and say, hey, I do this or that. Some of these guys spend over $60,000 a year sending out cards to PSA. They send 500 to 1,000 cards at a time. So, yeah, it's a big deal to let people know that you can call this company and say, hey, man, I send cards out to PSA, and, if you can not do that, and the people are doing it at stores, they don't know, man. There's merchandise and things. It's not their fault. And I'm not saying that that's happening. It's just a probability. If there's anything sealed, it doesn't take rocket science to figure this out. If this whole bag is sealed and there's no holes in it, and it's sealed proof, and you put a hole in it, dust is going to get in there. It gets on everything. That's one of the big things about collecting. People store their cards. I store their stuff in bins, man. You know what I mean? So dust don't get on it, and it still get on there. So yeah, you can just be careful when you're looking, getting at the penny sleeves out, and make sure there's no dust and stuff. And sometimes when you put it in the card, you'll see it, And also the cards, the way they're made, some of them are having, edge issues and stuff like that. That's how they produce them. They cut them that way, and that also is a factor. But the cards that I had found problems with, there was no such issues with that particular situation with cards being, cut by the company differently, and little pieces go into the penny sleeve or something. Now, most of these cards are foil cards, and they're cut precisely, and that's why people are spending money on these optics and stuff and Bowmans, because they're like, platinum, and they're cool looking, and also like the gallery. But you spend a lot of money on the stuff, and you want to have a good collection, and you want to take care of it. You have to look at what the equipment you're using too, So I'm not saying anybody's fault. Like, I'm not saying, the internet people, they're selling bad products, and watch out, don't buy that. That ain't the case. And you can dislike my video or whatever for me, putting truth out there. It doesn't really bother me. But what does bother me is that somebody would actually dislike something that a person's trying to do to help people not get their stuff ruined. To me, that's I wouldn't really want you watching my channel anyway if you think that way, and you don't really care about people's stuff and people losing money and spending $60,000, $70,000 a year at PSA sending in cards and get 8s and 9s because these things have got stuff on them and they can't see it. You know what I mean? So really, You can dislike all you want. No one's putting your store down. No one's putting anything down. I'm just telling you, hey, the way to merchandise these things is get a box, straight box, no card box, something that you football ones open up, put them in there, man. Put them flat, sell them for $1. Everybody knows what they are. You know what I mean? And these are good company. But you could call these people, man, and sort it out. Say, hey, look, I've been having little problems and stuff like that with some of your products, and ask them if they do that, because they tell me they have different people that want this done. Okay, so, and if it's affecting their product, they're just gonna not do that. So yeah, it's important. That's why I make this stuff. And I've been watching this for a year. It ain't something like, oh my God, I'm gonna jump on this and not know what I'm doing. Give me some credit here, folks. I'm not a moron, okay? I look into stuff. I don't just come out and make videos and just be like, oh, this happens or whatever. I've been watching this. I made a video over a year and a half ago about this stuff. So other people are like, hey, man, you having problems with this? Yeah, dude, I just had a problem with a Tatas card, Junior. And hopefully you didn't get scratched up, but I found it. So whatever, I'm just trying to help, man. And this is the way you can hit these people up and just say, look, if you get that stuff, I mean, it might be 1 out of 1,000,000 bags or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just think my personal opinion is when you put a hole in something that's sealed, you're going to get dust in it. It's not real complicated to think this out. I mean, we don't need Sherlock Holmes to figure this out. Okay, we can do this ourselves. Stop putting these holes in there. If you're doing merchandising, just put them in an old card holder that you open up. It's a lot easier. The counts easier to count, and you don't have to worry about customers ripping it off the pegs. There's certain things you want to peg, hook, but this is not one of them. So it's just my opinion. So this is the information you need. You just call them out, man. Just be like, look, I've had this, and this happen, or whatever. You know what I mean? Or don't. But it's out there. But I do videos to educate people on stuff like that for collecting, and I also do openings and do all kinds of different things. So, and I go and experiment life and go to places and share my experiences with you guys and the ladies and children or whatever. So it's more to me than just cards, but there are people spending a lot of money to get these cards graded at PSA, and it may not be a big deal to you or I, what it is to me, because I just like my stuff nice and I collect that way. That's I got gloves with these optics and boom, and everybody laughs, whatever. Hey, man, I have fun with it, and that's what it's all about. But these guys are like, damn, this card was in perfect condition. I want to switch it out. In this case, I might go with the PSA people, which I've had many differences of opinion with them. But if you got a scratch on the surface of the card from penny sleeve, they got to grade it the way it is. You know what I mean? Unless you're Bill Mastro, then don't worry about it. You can send it a card that was cut in half with a chainsaw, and he'll put it back together, and you'll get a 5 on it or something. You know what I mean? Anyway, this is what you have. Just use the knowledge well, man. You know what I mean? Like, just don't abuse these people. Like, call them up for no reason. Have a legitimate reason, man. It ain't for scams. It's for helping. Okay. So, I appreciate you guys watching my video. I'm glad to share this. Glad to update it. Glad to be able to be a little more, give you a little more information. So, until next time, you guys take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And God bless everybody. And thank you for watching our videos. We appreciate it. Thank you.